Hi, Taurus. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for November 2019. This month, I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Ascendant, and Taurus Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, Taurus, now on to your November 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. And the first card you have today, Taurus, is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is a card that symbolizes standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. It's like standing up for yourself. If there's any kind of fight or battle, you very likely would be the winner in that fight. You're going to see a lot of people around you in November like justifying their actions. This could be coworkers, could be family members, friends, loves. I don't know, because it's a general reading, it's going to be different for all of you. Some of them are doing this because they want your attention, or they want to get your attention. So they either want your attention, like, hey, pay attention to what I'm doing, or they're seeking your attention. And this is troubling to you. I feel that some of you Tauruses are going to feel like whatever's going on here, like they're not being honest, like something's not quite honest and above board about it. You may look at them like, why are you behaving like a child? Or they're having childish behavior. I see you looking at them like that. And you could even be going round and round in circles with them. Like the argument starts, it goes around in a circle, and ends up back in the same spot, and you go around with them again, like a repeated argument, or going round and round and round with them. I feel like some of you are going to be really like, I don't want to do this anymore, and want to walk away from it. Now, you could be walking away from a relationship, but it could just be the situation or the argument or the going round and round that you just want to walk away from it. It could be that. And I feel like it's taken a toll on your nerves. Like, you know, it's not bringing you any peace, and you want things to be calm and, you know, settled and, you know, relaxed. You don't want all this like drama, hubbub, acting out, childish behavior, arguing. You don't want to be dealing with this. It's making you feel uncertain about somebody or some people. But who is it going to be, Taurus? I don't know. You have to see, or maybe somebody or some people are going to come to your mind. It could be somebody that you see doing this at your job. It could be your love partner. Could be one of your kids. I don't know, but or a sibling. I just see you being like, enough is enough already. I don't feel like this is the first time you've encountered it, but it looks like it's kicking up for you in November. Maybe if you live in the United States, we celebrate Thanksgiving. It could be at a Thanksgiving. It's like an old joke, kind of, that when family gets together during Thanksgiving, a lot of times people bicker and argue. Not everyone, some people have peace and happiness, but sometimes, relatives that don't see each other for a while, or, are at odds with each other, are forced to be together, and it doesn't always bring out the best in people. So it could be a situation like that for you. You have the Eight of Swords next, and this is being trapped and bound to an unhealthy relationship, or being trapped or bound to an unhealthy, like a situation that you can't see how to get out of it. There could be like secrets or unknown things that you just don't know going on. This can also be trapped in an emotional prison. I really, really, really feel very strongly here, Taurus, that you want some kind of resolution to something. in November, but it's like eluding you. You don't feel like you're having any. And I'm going to say right here, and I've said this in the other signs, we're in Mercury in retrograde from October 31st until November 20th. I believe those dates are correct. And there's the shadow period before for 2 weeks and the shadow period after. So all of November is dicey with that. So you may not really see any solutions happening until after the post-retrograde shadow in December, like starting around December 8th, 9th, 10th. Then you might see some resolution. But in November, you just may not find that happening. You may also feel very closed off, like you don't want to talk to anybody, or you would like to avoid confrontation or avoid certain people, or be really strongly feeling like you want to keep to yourself. That energy comes up here. So maybe you aren't going to go to that Thanksgiving dinner to avoid something, or, some kind of gathering, or I don't know, but I get you really wanting to keep to yourself. I do see you relinquishing your fears or any anxiety and throwing caution to the wind, but it's not now. It's not in November. This is something coming up later for you. And you're really going to be putting up boundaries. Even if you do attend the family gathering that you don't want to go, or if it's at work or whoever it's with, I feel like you're going to be like, you know what, people are getting in my business, or they're getting in my face, or they're, nosing around, and I've got to put up boundaries. I feel that's also strongly happening for you, Taurus. You're going to want to keep to yourself. You're going to want to put up boundaries. That's strong here. Because I get like, you're also going to, maybe some of you are going to experience where people are going to really want to stick their 2 cents in about stuff. Like I said, butt in, stick their 2 cents in. That comes up here again. My guides are mentioning it again. So you may be like, yeah, I know who this is. It's my friend. And they're always sticking their nose in and telling me, you shouldn't date this one. You shouldn't be working at that job. You should be doing this or that, or change your hair, or go on a diet, or blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, what's going on with your kids? Oh, why aren't they taking this class? Oh, shouldn't they be blah, blah, blah? Like sticking their nose in your business, whether it's about you personally, your kids, your family. But I get like you have to have strong boundaries in the month of November 2019. So the next card you have, which makes sense to me, you have Temperance, which means having to have patience. So maybe you're going to have yards and yards of patience, Taurus, in November. This card can also symbolize like you being the alchemist, you, God or the divine source working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, or saying. So you could be, conjuring up something. You could be the alchemist here also. Yeah, I hear in my mind, you collective Taurus is going, if I give in, it's going to be a mistake. So there's something that you may feel like, oh, maybe I should just give in, or maybe if I just give in about this or that, it'll stop, or it'll put an end to it. But I feel like intuitively, your guides and the angels and God, whatever you believe in, is giving you the signals like, yeah, don't give in, because you're going to regret it. And I feel, or your higher self is telling you that. You're getting that sense about it. If you've put all your money into something, an investment, a house, a rental property, I don't know, Bitcoin, I don't know, whatever you put money into, you're going to see big payoffs of whatever you've invested in. Could be a business, could be whatever. You're going to see a big payoff of that at the end of the year. At the end of 2019, you get a big payoff from that. You may also have some people that want to get in on what you're doing. Or you could have some people that want to sneak in and steal your thunder, or take credit for your work, or take some of your work. So be really careful of that. Be very protective and careful of that. That's an important message for you. Don't blow it off. You may be like, yeah, blah, 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 like you think I'm just rattling off stuff. Certain things hold weight. That really holds a lot of weight. Your reading may sound like, it's okay. But I feel like it's actually a powerful reading, like really messages you need to pay attention to. Some of you are going to have a romantic partner that's going to come in. Or somebody that's going to be really, really attracted to you. And this could even happen if you're already coupled with somebody else. Because I feel like it's somebody that really wants to like date you, see you, sleep with you, whatever. You've got that kind of energy is coming, but I don't really feel like it's from a part. If you're partnered up, I don't feel it's coming from them. Seems like an outside person. Doesn't mean you have to go there, Taurus. If you're happily coupled, happily married, and you don't want to have an affair, or you don't want to end that relationship and go off with someone else, you don't have to. That's your free will and your choice and your decision. But I do see that like coming in here. There is that essence around you here in the peripheral. And I feel like you're going to make some adjustments to something going on in your life because I see, or tweaking and adjustments, because I hear you don't want to keep doing the same old thing anymore. It could be a relationship, it could be your career, it could be just your pattern of everyday life, or who you hang out with socially, or what your normal routine is day in, day out. Like, something you don't want to do anymore and you want to tweak something. That also comes up around you. You have the Page of Rods next. This is a fire sign person. Usually to me, this is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could also be you, Taurus, if you have a fire sign as your rising or moon sign. This could be a messenger coming in, giving you a message about business, work, career, growth. Some kind of communication could just be coming at you. This could be somebody that's immature. They could be a child or an adult that's immature or young at heart, sometimes with the pages. I do feel that the Page of Rods is relinquishing something and giving up something, like maybe even important communication or information that's kind of putting themselves in a weird position or putting themselves on the line, but they feel it's something important that you need to hear. So you could get some really interesting news or information in November. It could even be, I feel for some of you, it could be a warning, like somebody's going to say, hey, careful, your kid could get busted. There's a sting operation about something and something's going to get busted. Or, hey, the place where you work, the cops are and the feds are investigating it, and the bosses are corrupt and they're going to shut it down. You need to start looking for another job because they're going to close it. Or, hey, your spouse is running around with your neighbor. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be anything. But I do, the first two messages I gave you right there, I really do feel like it's a warning of something that's coming. Or like, hey, you better sell those stocks that you have because some walloping thing is going to happen to the stock market and your money is going to go down. I don't know, like there's some warning, but it's important information that's coming to you. And I do feel that you're going to have the foresight to act on it. I don't feel you're going to blow it off. Now, is it because you heard this reading? Maybe. But it could be your own instincts, your own guides, your own angels, whatever. Because, sometimes what I've said has already happened to some of you. Because we're not all on the same timeline. Because we don't all have the same birth chart. So you're, as a Taurus, what I'm saying here might have happened to you already in September or October. But for many of you, it's going to be now. And some of you, it could be a couple months from now. So it's going to be important information for you. Always watch your rising sign and your moon sign if you know it, because that gives you a more complete picture than just what your sun sign is going to give you. Or if you're on the cusp of a sign. Watch Aries if you're on the cusp of Taurus and Aries. This could apply to you in that sense. Maybe you're on the cusp of Aries, or you could be on the cusp of Gemini. And watch Gemini or watch Aries. So your last card here for November is the Fool, and this is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. And you have to be careful and have your wits about you, that your head's not like in the clouds with rose-colored glasses on, because you don't want to fall off the cliff. You want to have your act together. Yeah, you're making some new start, and you are leaving something behind. And I really do feel you are listening to this, and that new start is coming because you're like, done with it, and you're going to leave. For many of you, I do feel it's a career or a job or a company or a business that you're going to leave and you're going to something else. But I feel it's because of a warning that you got, or because you're tired of it. It could also be because of that. You're like, I've had it with what's going on. But if you do leave something behind, my guides say you're graduating. You're graduating and you're moving up. Even if you went to another job and you're like, no, it's less pay, or, oh, it's not, how's this moving up? Ultimately, it will be moving up, even if it doesn't look like it right off out of the gate. But for some of you, it will look like that right out of the gate, like it's a step up, or graduating. Or maybe you're graduating like, I'm done with school, I'm graduating, I'm out of here. See ya. That could be what's happening to you too, because I get you leaving something and starting something new. And the words graduating, my guides say graduating and a step up comes up here with this. And people better be prepared to deal with you in November, because I feel, Taurus, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm telling you just like it is. That's it. Like, you're not going to be like mincing words and really polite. If you're normally that way, you may be like, no, she's wrong. I would never be like just like blurting stuff out and like, that's the facts. I feel that's what you're going to do. You're going to be telling some people what's what. That's what I see you doing. I feel like you're also going to have some people that you're going to be like, you have to stop texting me or calling me or stalking me or following me or bothering me. I'm not listening to it or going there anymore or whatever. I feel some of you are going to be telling, that might be the like what you're letting out there. I do feel some of you are going to say, don't call me anymore. Or, you know what? I'm not part of this anymore. Leaving something. Being done with it. Don't call, don't contact, don't text, because I'm unavailable. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. I want to thank you so very much for watching my videos, and thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. I appreciate that greatly. I do read your comments. I can't comment on them all because I answer a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram. So sometimes it's too much for me to answer all the people that comment. But I do read many, many of them, and I appreciate your kindness. Thank you so much for that. And if you subscribe, please do subscribe if you like my videos. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And Taurus, if you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into my crystal and give you additional psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for you for the month of November 2019, you can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below in the Show More section in the description box below, and it will take you to my videos on Vimeo for those psychic crystal readings for November 2019. Also, the latest video series I recorded that has been very popular. A lot of people like the messages from this particular series. It's called Angels and Ancestors Psychic Oracle Card Reading, where I'm using a very powerful deck called Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. And the messages are, they're psychic, but they're also more spiritual and a little bit more psychological mixed in. And there are some predictions in those videos too. So if you're interested in checking them out, that link is below this video, and also the link for my psychic tarot reading, the 7-card horseshoe tarot spread, psychic tarot reading, where I pulled 7 cards from a tarot deck, and I give you messages and predictions about important themes. That's usually one or more. It's definitely one, but sometimes it was 2 important facts and things going on. Could be people, situations, and a lot is actually covered in those readings. So if you're interested in those, that link is also below this video. And you can always go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu. It's there. You will see all the video series I have listed. You just go to the video series you're interested in, and there'll be a description there explaining what the cards are, like what cards I'm using, what I'm looking at, and then you just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So also, I have to say, if you would like to get additional psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and my Instagram account, The Lucky Mermaid _Pam Georgel, where I pull tarot cards, different oracle cards, angel cards, sacred geometry cards, mermaid cards, spirit animal totem cards. I use my crystal. I give you predictions and messages, and many, many people write me and say that those messages really resonate with them and make sense to them. And the predictions there are not just for that day. Sometimes it's for a couple of months out. Sometimes it's 4 weeks, 2 weeks, a week, a couple of days, 6 months. It's all over the map about how long those predictions are that I post there. So you might really want to check them out and see what's going on over there. So I hope you have an absolutely noteworthy and phenomenal month of November, Taurus. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.